I was raised in Louisville, Kentucky, and my mother and my brother and I lived at my grandmother's house. My mom got divorced when I was about 2, my brother was 4. And so it was kind of that extended family that you hear about, very warm, loving environment. Some of the key things about my childhood that stand out to me, I really loved learning, I really loved school. I first got the space bug when I was probably around 7 or 8 years old from a couple of different sources. My mom bought us a set of childcraft books that went along with our encyclopedia, and those books had a lot of different themes, but one of them was about Earth and space. And that's where I first read the story of how scientists thought the solar system formed. And I can remember thinking, wow, how does anybody know that? There weren't any people around back then. There's no video of it. There weren't any notes. And so I knew that scientists had to look at the clues they could see in our current environment and reconstruct what happened. It was like a cool mystery story that the whole solar system formed from a cloud of dust and gas that had been spewed out by exploding stars. It was just really kind of magical for me to know all of that history. And I remember one time when we were outside looking up at the stars, and it really sunk in for me that they weren't just twinkling lights, that they were really giant balls of burning gas millions of miles away, and it just made the whole universe feel gigantic to me. It was pretty magical. Around my junior year of high school is when I decided I wanted to have a career doing something that was related to the space industry. I really liked science, I really liked math, and even though my mom had never been to college and no one in my family that we knew had been to college, so we were a little bit shaky on what are good career choices, I decided to be an engineer instead of an astronomer. So I studied mechanical engineering at the University of Kentucky. After that, I decided to go to Georgia Tech to get my master's degree. So at the career fair at Georgia Tech, NASA JPL was there, and also I think Goddard was there, at least those 2 NASA centers. And when I talked to the JPL representative, who told me they were the ones who had landed Sojourner on Mars, they were the ones who had they were the largest center for robotic exploration of the solar system. I was like, oh, is that who you are? And then I was kind of drooling all over them, like, here, take my resume, I want to wipe some of that out for you. And they took it back, shopped it around, and I was so excited when they called and asked me to come out and visit. And everyone they let me talk to, I would just tell them how excited I was to be there and, you know, let them know the experience I had and please, please hire me. And I got a call back from a couple of different group supervisors who were doing different things around the lab, and I kind of felt really, really privileged to even be able to choose which organization I would want to land in. So that was fantastic. Absolutely, my biggest influence on my life was my mother. She did spend a lot of nights, because I was a procrastinator, staying up until 3 in the morning, helping me with art projects and building papier-mâché planets for classes. So she always was just there as a supporter. There were things that she did that I didn't even know until years later. When I first told her I wanted to go to college, she was terrified because she worked at McDonald's and my grandmother cleaned houses for a living. You know, how is she ever going to pay for that? I wanted to have a career in the space industry, and my mom loved space. She loved science fiction and space, Star Trek and Star Wars and all of those things. And whenever there was a shuttle launch on TV, she would watch it and we'd sit around and talk about it. So she was also the person who helped instill that love of space in me.